Welcome to the first Global Media and Women, Peace and Security Awards ceremony. I'm Marina Slavinska, a radio broadcaster from Ukraine. I will be your moderator for this very exciting event. The Global Media and Women, Peace and Security Award, a project of the global network of women peace builders and supporters by the Austrian Development Corporation, as well as the governments of Canada, Norway, and Switzerland, and the Channel Foundation and Samuel Rubin Foundation, recognizes journalists and other media practitioners who produce articles, blogs, videos, radio broadcasts, and podcasts that highlight the roles of women as leaders and peace builders. We have a very exciting program for today. We will learn more about the competition and the interesting entries from the 15 countries. We will also hear an inspiring message from world-renowned journalist and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Ressa. Popular singers Angie from Lebanon and Kenjin Konge from Kenya will perform for us, and of course, we will meet the winners and learn about their outstanding work. To raise awareness and generate support for broader and more effective implementation of the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 and the supporting resolution in Women, Peace and Security. Personally, for me, it is an honor to be here and speak on behalf of my sisters, Ukrainian journalists, working during this difficult time of war and Russian invasion in Ukraine. 2 days ago, my colleague Alexandra Kuvshinova was killed by Russians here near Kiev in a village called Gorenka. At the moment of her death, Alexandra was working as a fixer and producer with her American colleagues. One of them, Pierre Zakrzewski, was killed by Russians too. I mourn with the family of Alexandra and the community of Ukrainian journalists. We've never met in person with Alexandra, but her death is a big sorrow for me personally. Another journalist, Victoria Roshina, had a chance to escape Russians trying to shoot her car somewhere in the region of Zaporizhzhia. These brave women, as thousands of Ukrainian journalists, are working hard to provide our audience information, news, truth, and hope. We are working hard to tell the truth about women suffering from war as civilians, but Ukrainian women are also fighting back, working as journalists, local and national political leaders, lawyers, activists, and volunteers on the front line. We are not afraid. We have enough courage to work and to do journalism. So I appreciate a lot this possibility to meet you all and to feel this incredible solidarity we have as women and as journalists. Our work is important during the days of peace, and even more important during the days of war. So to deliver the opening remarks, I want to call on Mr. Hans-Joachim Almos-Lechner, Deputy Permanent Representative, Permanent Mission of Austria to the United Nations. Mr. Almos-Lechner, you have the floor.
Thank you very much. Very kind of you. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues. It is my pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the Permanent Mission of Austria to this event on Amplifying Women's Stories, the Global Media and Women Peace Security Awards ceremony that we are glad to co-host with the Austrian Development Corporation, the Global Network of Women Peace Builders, and the Permanent Mission of Norway to the UN. As we are convening here today in order to promote and recognize journalists and media practitioners whose work contributes to the effective implementation of the Women, Peace and Security agenda, let me extend a very special and warm welcome to all journalists and women peace builders who are at the heart of this event today. Let me congratulate you on your inspiring, courageous, and tireless work. We are all aware that journalism is of utmost importance in countering misinformation, disinformation, and fake news. Free and independent media are the backbone of any democratic society. Many previous conflicts have shown that journalism plays a pivotal role in societies that are affected by or emerge from conflict, as they can promote the narratives of peace and dialogue, challenge negative stereotypes, and contribute to building trust. At the same time, we must ensure a gender-responsive and intersectional approach in all measures to ensure the safety of journalists, including in conflict situations. And it is still a sad reality that female journalists even face more distinct risks in relation to their work. To guarantee that women journalists' experiences and concerns are addressed effectively. Following the unprovoked and unjustified military aggression of Russia against Ukraine, we witnessed once more a crackdown on the media that seemed unthinkable just recently, and which we strongly condemn. We stand in solidarity with journalists in Ukraine, risking their lives to report on the war, but also with journalists in Russia, suffering from an unprecedented wave of censorship. Austria condemns in the strongest possible terms Russia's military aggression against Ukraine, which grossly violates international law and the UN Charter and undermines international security and stability, and we express our full solidarity with Ukraine and the Ukrainian people. Ladies and gentlemen, the Austrian Development Cooperation recognizes the crucial role that media play in achieving gender equality and sustainable peace, and has therefore since 2017 supported the global network of women peace builders in their work with journalists. As part of this cooperation, trainings on women, peace and security and gender responsive reporting were held with journalists in Armenia, Georgia, Kenya, Moldova, Ukraine, and Uganda, reaching over 200 journalists and media practitioners. Today, we have the unique opportunity to celebrate and congratulate a number of journalists. Through their work, they have given visibility to women's crucial role in humanitarian emergencies, preventing conflict, building resilience, and sustaining peace. Let me end by ensuring you that for Austria, promoting the women, peace and security agenda is one of the most important areas to contribute to increased gender equality. Development agenda specifically focusing on SDG 5 and SDG 16. You can count on Austria's full and continued support in the future. And I thank you very much. I wish you a great event today.
Thank you for your inspiring remarks, Mr. Almos Lechner. Thank you also for Austria's support to the training of the media on women, peace and security, and for the organizing of this award. I now introduce to you Ms. Mavic Caprera Palesa, founder and chief executive officer of the Global Network of Women Peace Builders. The partnership between Women Peace Builders and the media and this award is Ms. Caprera Palesa's brainchild. Having worked with the media in the Philippines and in Asia prior to establishing Global Network of Women Peace Builders, she knows the powerful role of the media in policy making and policy implementation. Ms. Caprera Palesa, I give you the microphone.
Thank you very much, Irina. On behalf of the Global Network of Women Peace Builders and everyone involved in organizing the Global Media and Women Peace and Security Award, I want to express solidarity with all the peace and democracy-loving Ukrainians and all the courageous journalists in Ukraine and around the world who risk and sacrifice their lives for the truth. We condemn this military aggression to the strongest possible terms and demand accountability. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all audience members from around the world. I want to start by acknowledging our co-sponsor, the Austrian Development Cooperation, and represented today by Mr. Hans Joachim Almos Lechner, the Deputy Permanent Representative of the Permanent Mission of Austria to the UN in New York. And I also would like to acknowledge the Global Network of Women Peace Builders board members, Ms. Bandana Rana, the Honorable Senator Mary Lou McPhedran, and Dr. Rima Sala. The Global Media and Women, Peace and Security Award is a critical part of GNWP's advocacy for the effective implementation of the international law, the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 on Women, Peace and Security and its supporting resolutions. The Women, Peace and Security Resolution's most crucial provision is recognizing women as peace builders, leaders, and decision makers. Evidence abounds that women are critical to the success of every peace effort. Women peace activists, governments, the United Nations, regional organizations have highlighted women's leadership in conflict resolution, conflict prevention, and peace building. However, 22 years on, we still do not see that in the media. This is because most media practitioners are not aware of women's agency, expertise, and achievements in the area of peace and security. This perpetuates the invisibility of women as authorities, as experts on peace and security. As it is often said, you cannot be what you don't see. This is because media has the power to set the agenda, shape public opinion, and influence policy and decision making, and equally important, policy implementation. And this is also why we have launched this Media and Women, Peace and Security Award that is part of a broader program to forge a partnership with the media for more effective implementation of the Women, Peace and Security agenda. Like all of you, I am very excited to meet our winners. I'm also thrilled to share that our partnership with journalists and other media practitioners will not end with this award. We aim to make it broader and more robust. For example, the prize for the first prize winner is a trip to East Africa or Europe to cover the regional conference on women, peace, and security. By collaborating with the media, including through this award, we hope to achieve a more balanced portrayal of women in all their diversity in media coverage. Balanced media coverage will highlight the courage and vision of women peace builders who choose peace over war, who promote women's rights and gender equality to have inclusive peace, sustainable development, and shared prosperity. This is what the Global Network of Women Peace Builders, Media and Women Peace and Security Program is about. Thank you.
Thank you for a powerful message, Ms. Cabrera Baleza. Thank you for your leadership. We will now hear from Ms. Maria Ressa, Rappler Chief Executive Officer and Nobel Peace Prize laureate, to deliver the keynote speech. Ms. Ressa is unable to participate live because she has another legal filing in the Philippine Supreme Court. The Philippine government has filed multiple charges against Maria Ressa in an attempt to silence her and prevent her from exposing human rights violations and corruption. So, keynote speech by Maria Ressa.
Congratulations to the women who are at the front lines of reporting gender, peace, and security. And to the organizers for taking this moment to recognize their great work and the risks they take. It has never been as hard to be a journalist than it is today, yet the mission of journalism has never been as crucial. Women bear a substantial cost. In the Philippines, the data shows that women are attacked on social media at least 10 times more than men. Social media has become a behavior modification system, rewarding the worst of humanity. As only the 18th woman to receive the Nobel Peace Prize, I said then that gender disinformation is taking a significant toll on the mental health and the physical safety of women, girls, trans, and LGBTQ plus people all over the world. Women journalists are at the epicenter of risk. This pandemic of misogyny and hatred needs to be tackled now. I know this firsthand. In 2016, I was getting as much as 90 hate messages per hour. The International Center for Journalists and UNESCO did a big data case study of more than 400,000 attacks against me, and they found that 60% of those attacks were meant to tear down my credibility, 40% to tear down my will. Research has shown that lies laced with anger and hate spread faster and further than facts. This is something I've said repeatedly over the last few years. Without facts, we can't have truth. Without truth, there is no trust. Without all three, we have no shared reality, and democracy becomes impossible. This attack on facts has been incredibly relentless. We have never lived through anything like this in our lifetimes because it's personal. If you defend the facts, you're hammered down, intimidated to stay silent, or to join the mob. Those aren't our only options. There is strength in standing up together because now more than ever, we need facts. We know that it's impossible to have integrity of elections if we don't have integrity of facts. So we demand better from the social media platforms that deliver the facts. Don't set us up against each other. Don't help disinformation spread. We've seen the damage that lies can do, and it's time for all of us to act. Congratulations again to the winners, and please always remember how important the work you do is to our societies. Thank you.
Thank you so much for defending the truth and freedom of expression, Ms. Maria Ressa. Amidst all the streets and risks you face, your work and courage are inspiring us all. And I would next like to invite Ms. Malika Iyer to speak about the conception and turnout of this award and recognize the incredible contributions of the participating journalists to women, peace and security.
As we've heard so far, media is a critical partner in ensuring broad-based support for inclusive and sustainable conflict prevention and resolution. Journalists play a critical role in raising broad-based public awareness about the women, peace, and security agenda, important developments in ongoing peace negotiations, countering fake news, misinformation, and disinformation, and generating public support for the role that women play in peace, security, and humanitarian action. Mass media can not only break the traditional stereotypes and perceptions of women as passive victims of conflict, but promote their important contributions in peace building and report on government accountability. So without the media's support, full cycle implementation of United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 is not possible. As a part of our broader engagement with the media, GNWP has conducted workshops in 10 countries with media practitioners and journalists. The countries include Armenia, Colombia, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Georgia, Kenya, Moldova, Nigeria, the Philippines, Uganda, and Ukraine, with over 300 journalists. And the workshops have increased the journalists' awareness of the importance of gender-responsive reporting on peace and security issues and what their role can be in broader implementation of the women, peace, and security agenda. And these workshops were conducted in partnership with many of our key partners and donors, including the Austrian Development Agency, Global Affairs Canada, the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation, Channel Foundation, and the Samuel Rubin Foundation. Following these workshops, we organized national media and women, peace, and security competitions. And these competitions generated and sustained interest amongst journalists to report on women, peace, and security related issues and ongoing peace processes. And most of the participants of the Global Media Award were actually finalists in the national media competitions in Armenia, Colombia, Georgia, Kenya, Moldova, the Philippines, Uganda, and Ukraine. And so then to build on the national competitions and further expand the reach of our work with journalists and media practitioners, GNWP and the Austrian Development Agency launched the Global Media Award in November. The aim of the Global Media and WPS Award is to promote and recognize journalists and media practitioners whose work contributes to the implementation of the Women, Peace, and Security agenda. And we aim to elevate and amplify their work so that it reaches a broader global audience. So in total, we had 41 journalists from countries that were part of the national media competitions, as well as others who participated in the Global Media and WPS Award. And the submissions were carefully considered by an international jury consisting of global media experts and professionals. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ayer, for providing this important context about the competition. And now we'll hear a performance from Ms. Kenjin Konge, a Kenyan musical artist, using her voice to advocate for women's rights and safety. Ms. Kenjin Konge, you have the floor.
Thank you. I'll be performing 2 songs today. The first is Black and Blue, which is a song that talks about a woman's cry to be free from intimate partner violence, one of the most common forms of violence against women. The second song is titled Nyumbani, which is Swahili for home. So it's a call to action for young people to rise up as champions of peace in their home countries. Protection of women's rights is critical for the implementation of the Women, Peace, and Security agenda. In fact, protection is one of the pillars of the UN Security Council Resolution 1325. So through the media, we can amplify women's voices and advocate for their protection. Here's Black and Blue. It all started out, everything was perfect. Up and about, filling me with empty promises. One day becomes two, my silent tears to you mean nothing. And now I'm questioning who am I, a lesser person. See, breaking the silence is hard. My love you once had, but now I'm your punching bag. And I wanna break free, but you're holding me back. Before you break my bones, see, you already broke my heart. If only wounds would speak, and if only scars could shout. Sharp knife, short life, what I know is I didn't sign up for this drive. See, breaking the silence is hard. My love you once had, but now I won't be a punching bag. 'Cause I'm gonna break free, and you won't be holding me back. And before you break my bones, before you steal my heart, my wounds are gonna speak, and my scars are gonna shout. Sharp knife, short life, what I know is I'm no longer going to be about this love. I am free, oh yes, I am free. passing by. What have we done for our land? Oh, won't you look before your eyes, beyond your mind? This is a call to rise and to take your place. I want a country where my dreams are safe and nothing can stop me. A land where peace and love abound in every heart. Let that be our language, let that be our song. We will rise and sing the beauty in the land where we belong. Ni home, this is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. Ni home, this is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. Home is what we make it, so let's be sure not to break it. If I wanna love this land, then I'm gonna have to stand and be the change I want to see. In the end, we'll see that we can have a home that's good for you and me. This is home. This is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. Ukuni home. This is Nyumbani, Nyumbani, Nyumbani. It's home, 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 home. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful performance, Ms. Nkonge. We thank you for using your talent to raise awareness for women's rights. Breaking the silence, it is so important, and it's something we all can do as journalists. So it is time to announce the winners of the Global Media and Women, Peace and Security Award. To present the awards, I invite 3 members on the panel of judges. So Mr. Suman Basnet of AMARC, or the World Association of Community Radios, Asia Pacific, Ms. Daniela Pellet of the Institute for War and Peace Reporting, and Canadian Senator Marilu McFadden. First, Mr. Basnet, please present the 3rd place award, please.
Thank you. It's my pleasure and privilege to announce that in the 3rd place, we have Mercy Taira Murengu, a multimedia journalist from Kenya. Her winning submission shines light on the women peace builders in the Turkana region of Kenya that is faced with deadly conflicts related to cattle rustling. Mercy highlights the role of women-led women peace and security committees in shaping society and building peace in local communities. Congratulations, Mercy.
20 years after the United Nations Security Council passed Resolution 1325, Kenya has continued to its domestication and full implementation. Women have been empowered and now act as the ambassadors of peace in the region. They have joined peace groups which help them in educating the people around them the essence of peace and security. From Pokot County, my name is Mercy Taira Murengu.
So Mercy Taira Murengu, the 3rd place award. Bravo, and maybe you have a few words to say, Mercy.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful. Honestly, I'm so grateful. I lack words to express the depth of my joy, really. And I'm extremely honored to be receiving such an important award. The Global Media for 1325 award. I'm honestly grateful for the recognition that I've received for my work. Thank you, Global Network for Women Peace Builders, and all partners involved for coming up with such an initiative of recognizing journalists' work. As a journalist, my duty is to highlight the key roles about women, peace and society, peace and security, agenda and educating the public on the women's role as leaders, peace builders, and decision makers. Having lived and worked in North Rift region for a while now, I've witnessed banditry and cattle wrestling that has been going on for a while now. As we speak, in Baringo County, more than 200 people have been killed in the past weeks, including women and children. This is due to cattle wrestling. As a mass was buried last week, while others are yet to be found. The authority was not left because they were also under attack, as a senior police officer was shot dead while 3 of his colleagues were injured in an ambush by gunmen in a place called Mochogoi area. In fact, right now, as we speak, among the top hashtags on Twitter is hashtag Baringo is bleeding. Honestly, my heart bleeds for women and children because they are victims of circumstances. But despite the harsh environment, women have proved their strength by being in forefront in peace building and ensuring security through initiatives like Nyumba Kumi. Apart from that, women need change in the society. That is why, unlike other election years in Kenya, this year women have come out in big numbers to vie for different seats in both the county and national levels, especially in those affected areas like Baringo County. This decision has challenged me, and it has also challenged the negative beliefs that a place of a woman is actually in the kitchen. That is how African actually view women. And such desires actually motivated me and still motivates me to do such stories on women, peace, and security. Honestly, this competition has provided an incentive for me to integrate a gender lens into my reporting on peace and conflict issues, hence raising awareness of women, peace, and security agenda. As a result, I contribute to shifting the perception of women's passive victims to recognizing women as agents of peace. This award gives me motivation to do more. My desire is for this global award to open doors for me that hopefully from now I'll get grants, financial support and production support to reach where I cannot reach by myself, so that I can do as many stories as possible, especially on women, peace, and security around the globe, because actually the future is female. We all have to agree that the future is female. So I hope it gives me the affirmation to all whose doors I'll open, and I'll knock that I'm capable of reporting on women, peace, and security. As a mentor, I pray it gives my mentees the confidence to believe in themselves that they can, because I did. Thank you very much, and congratulations to all winners. Thank you.
Congratulations. And now to present the second place award, Ms. Daniela Pellet, please proceed.
Thank you very much. So I'm delighted to announce that in second place, we have Frank Zongwe, a journalist with Kilalo Agency in the Democratic Republic of Congo. His winning story highlights how the women of South Kivu are overcoming the negative economic impact of COVID-19. It also shows how women's work has been fundamental to the city's economy and regional peace-building efforts, especially during the pandemic, despite obstacles and long-standing gender discrimination. Congratulations, Frank.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup.
Aux us et coutumes, l'implication de la femme dans la vie socio-économique se serait visiblement manifestée pendant cette période de Covid-19.
Il y a beaucoup de mythes et stéréotypes dans nos coutumes, dans la société, qui n'a pas permis à ce que la femme puisse évoluer. Ça, c'est vrai. Avec tous les programmes qui sont venus ici dans notre pays, en Afrique, aujourd'hui, l'homme et la femme, on comprend déjà qu'ils sont au même pied d'égalité. Nous tous, nous avons les mêmes chances de pouvoir arriver là où nous voulons.
So félicitations Frank Zongwe Peut-être vous avez quelques mots à dire. Maybe you have a few words to say.
Merci beaucoup. Dans mon métier, j'ai une place de choix pour les femmes. Pour promouvoir sa place dans la société, je suis issu d'une famille monoparentale. Je me suis engagé à encourager l'œuvre menée par les femmes et la donner d'ample visibilité. C'est même le socle de ces reportages qui me propulse à ce niveau. Chaque jour, je cherche les femmes qui occupent des fonctions dans des institutions pour leur donner la parole et pour prouver que la femme aussi peut être utile dans la société. Je ne ménage aucun effort lors des sorties des gouvernements dans ma province, par exemple, pour évaluer la place qu'on a accordée à la femme et mener des plaidoyers médiatiques pour que cela soit revu et corrigé. Dans mon parcours, j'ai filmé des femmes vulnérables, battantes, en commençant par celles qui vendent les sables sur la tête pour nourrir leur famille, en passant par le vendeuse transfrontalière de beignets, de la tomate, bravant tous les risques jusqu'à chuter par celles qui ont choisi l'agriculture dans leurs milieux ruraux pour nourrir non seulement leur famille, mais l'humanité tout entière. Elles méritent des projecteurs et j'ai fait de mon mieux pour leur donner plus de lumière. C'est cette passion de bien vouloir offrir plus de visibilité que j'ai mis sur la rue de Bukavu et constate avec ma caméra comment elles font pour s'en sortir et pouvoir partager cela. Rien ne peut alors arrêter les femmes. Je pense que ces exploits doivent aussi être perceptibles et connus de tous. Dans mon pays, l'industrie des médias ne paye pas bien. Les journalistes vivent globalement sans salaire ni contrat, sans assurance, sécurité ni défense. Je pense que ce genre de concours nous aide d'un côté à donner plus de visibilité sur le travail fait dans un contexte difficile, mais aussi offre une possibilité pour les lauréats que nous sommes à être connus sous d'autres cieux où nos produits ont plus de valeur. Il est important que ces concours continuent. Ça, c'est mon souhait, car c'est une parfaite motivation pour le journaliste de pouvoir avoir des idéaux et de se fixer des défis à relever. Cela nous aide à savoir que nous avalons aussi quelque chose comme ces femmes oubliées des tiers-mondes qu'aujourd'hui le monde connaîtra. Ce concours est aussi important pour nos héroïnes, les femmes battantes du Kivu. Nous avons besoin des audiences qui peuvent procurer ce genre d'initiatives pour sortir de l'underground. Je suis fier d'être ici aujourd'hui, que j'ai dédié ce prix à toutes les femmes du Kivu, à ma famille et à toute la presse de mon pays, la RDC, et à tous les comités organisateurs de ces concours. Je dis et je vous remercie.
Congratulations, félicitations. And finally, to award the first place, Senator Marilu McFadden, you have the microphone.
I am honored and delighted to present the first prize winner, Beatriz Correa Valdez Correa. Her winning article is entitled From the Violence of War to Sexual Exploitation. It tells the stories of women who were victims of war, but who have instead become survivors and who are questing for justice by demanding of the government of Colombia for reparations because of the crimes committed against them were indeed acts of war. And this shows the way in which women are peace builders, and also there is no peace, no sustainable peace without justice. Beatriz, congratulations.
Muchas gracias, senadora. Espero que me estén escuchando. Yo quiero agradecer muchísimo a la Red Global de Mujeres Constructoras de Paz y al jurado por escoger mi trabajo como el ganador de este gran premio, y creo que el hecho de que sea precisamente este el tema elegido no es una cuestión menor. esta investigación que se llama Pobres desplazadas y en prostitución, de la violencia de la guerra a la explotación sexual, comenzó en julio de 2019, cuando yo trabajaba en el diario El Espectador en Colombia, y para entonces mi trabajo estaba enfocado en cubrir las entidades del sistema de justicia transicional de Colombia, que fueron conformadas tras la firma del acuerdo de paz entre el Estado y la antigua guerrilla de las FARC. En otras palabras, pues me dedicaba a contar qué estaba pasando con el acceso a la verdad y a la justicia para las víctimas del conflicto armado, especialmente para las mujeres, la población LGBT y la población étnica. Para entonces, María Fernanda Arboleda, que es la líder de la Red Petra Mujeres Valientes, me llamó al periódico y conversamos. Yo recuerdo que la busqué en internet porque nunca había escuchado de la red y ella me contaba que llevaban 4 años de juntanza y en internet no aparecía nada. Entonces acordamos vernos en el centro de la ciudad para conversar y María Fernanda me contó con pocos detalles en ese primer encuentro qué le había pasado a ella y quiénes eran las mujeres que conformaban la Red Petra. También me contó sobre cómo trabajaban juntas aunque no tuvieran un solo peso para hacerlo. Y entonces pues nos seguimos viendo. Ahí conocí a Estrella, a Alejandra, a Carmenza, a Isabel, a Lady y a varias otras mujeres que confiaron en mí, me contaron sus historias y me dieron sus nombres porque yo les prometí que iba a contar su lucha y a proteger su identidad, como lo estoy haciendo hasta hoy, porque esos no son pues sus nombres reales. Y bueno, contar la historia de las mujeres de Petra se convirtió en mucho más que en un reportaje que necesitó recabar datos, contrastar fuentes, buscar otras voces. Requirió una gestión emocional muy fuerte, tanto para ellas como para mí, pero realmente lo que significó ese trabajo fue un primer paso para que las autoridades escucharan las voces de estas mujeres. Y bueno, ha pasado 1 año y medio desde esta publicación y han pasado 3 cosas que yo quisiera resaltar. La primera es que la Red Petra entregó su informe sobre lo que les pasó a la Comisión de la Verdad para que la sociedad colombiana sepa que a ellas sí les pasó lo que ellas saben que les pasó. Luego, la Red Petra ganó el premio franco-alemán a la defensa de los derechos humanos. Eso sucedió este año. Las embajadas de Francia y de Alemania reconocieron la lucha en favor de los derechos de las mujeres y de la reparación de las víctimas del conflicto que terminaron en trata de personas, explotación sexual, en prostitución, drogadicción y situación de habitabilidad de calle. Y lo último es que el 1 de marzo, en la Jurisdicción Especial para la Paz, la JEP, recibió el informe que recoge los relatos de estas mujeres. El deseo de ellas es que por fin se investigue lo que a ellas les pasó. Como lo dije, creo que lo más importante de esto es haber puesto en el debate público la explotación sexual en prostitución para que el Estado la reconozca como una violencia contra las mujeres y en el caso de la Red Petra como una consecuencia del conflicto armado, porque el Estado nunca las protegió. Creo que este es al final el valor de poner en los medios de comunicación la agenda Mujeres, Paz y Seguridad, que es pues hablar de los temas de los que nosotras necesitamos que se hablen. Y me refiero a nosotras como las mujeres en su pluralidad, es decir, las mujeres indígenas, campesinas, afrocolombianas en nuestro caso, y lesbianas, bisexuales, trans. Y lo más importante es que pase algo, que pase la reparación. Y como me lo dijo Carmenza, una de estas mujeres en una entrevista, eso significa la posibilidad de vivir bien, de recuperarse y de sanar. Considero entonces que el premio Medios, Mujeres, Paz y Seguridad es fundamental para poder visibilizar sus voces tanto a nivel nacional como a nivel global. Finalmente solo quiero nuevamente agradecerles y agradecer también a mi familia, especialmente a mi hermana que está aquí hoy y que me ayudó pues con la gestión emocional de este proceso, que fue muy dura, a mi pareja, a mis amigas, a mis editoras en El Espectador y en Cosecha Roja en Argentina, que creyeron siempre en este trabajo. Mi deseo pues como una mujer afrocolombiana y feminista es que las historias que contemos más adelante no hablen de violencias, pero mientras eso pasa tenemos que seguir todos y todas comprometidas en amplificar la lucha de las mujeres. Muchas gracias.
Congratulations, Beatrice Valdez Correa. Global Network of Women Peace Builders offers its warmest congratulations to all the winners and extend thanks to all those who participated for their tremendous work to bring United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 and the Global Network of Women Peace Builders
Hi, Irina,
agenda.
we can't hear you.
Irina, you're muted.
I'm not sure I'm muted. Hi. Do you hear me?
Well, Irina, I could hear you earlier.
Can you hear me?
Irina, you were muted.
I'm not. I hear you. Do you hear me?
It's us, I think.
Do you hear me, colleagues?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry for this inconvenience. So I was saying that Global Network of Women Peace Builders offers its warmest congratulations to all the winners and extends thanks to all those who participated for their tremendous work to bring United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 and the Global Network of Women Peace Builders agenda to light through media. And of course, thank you again to the Austrian Development Corporation for your support to women, peace and security and to this award. To close out, I invite Angie, a young Lebanese singer and advocate for women's rights and peace building, who will give us a final performance. Angie, the microphone is all yours.
Hello. First of all, thank you very much for having me with you. Today, I'm supposed to be performing two songs. The first song is أنا بتنفس حرية, or I Breathe Freedom. It actually talks about the liberation from corruption and oppression on both national and personal levels, and in a bit to advocate for women's agency. So the second song is The Dearest to My Heart, which I performed following the Beirut port explosion. It's a call for Beirut to rise again. And it also sheds the light on our role as women to be part in that. Now, women's participation and their role in peace building is critical for peace to occur and to be sustained, of course. That is why the participation of women is one of the pillars of women, peace and security agenda. As social influencers, we have a role to play to promote the WPS framework. And of course, it is vital in advocating for women's rights to participate in peace building and be acknowledged as a true contributor to peace. Unfortunately, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. I've prepared a really nice setup here, but there is a technical issue for some reason. So I'll be performing the first song a cappella. Okay. يا ريت يا بيروت لو في امسح دمع عينك بإيدي ويا ريت في رمم جروحك اسهر عضفة حزنك شوي ويا ريت يا بيروت لو في امسح دمع عينك بإيدي ويا ريت في رمم جروحك اسهر عضفة حزنك شوي وقلك خلص قومي على رمادك نحنا بلاكي وجوه من سيه قومي قومي رشي عطشنا بمي حرية. So this was my first song for Beirut. And my second song would be for Freedom. Okay, I hope the sound is good. I'll try. Okay, it's for Julia Boutrous, a famous Lebanese artist. أنا بتنفس حرية ما تقطعني الهوى ولا تزيد كتير علي أحسن ما نوقع سوا أنا بتنفس حرية ما تقطعني الهوى ولا تزيد كتير علي أحسن ما نوقع سوا ما بتقدر أبدا تلغيني بدك تسمعني وتحكيني ما بتقدر أبدا تلغيني بدك تسمعني وتحكيني هيدا فكرك عم بتداويني مش هيدا هو الدواء أنا بتنفس حرية ما تقطعني الهوى ولا تزيد كتير علي أحسن ما نوقع سوا. Thank you very much. Thank you. Those are my few songs. And sorry again for the technical problems, technical issues that we had. Of course, there's a difference in timings. Time frames are just different between Dubai and other countries. Thank you again for having me. It's a privilege to be among all of you.
Thank you so much, Angie, for that incredible performance and your advocacy. I turn once again to Ms. Maeve Cabrera Beleza, founder and chief executive officer of the Global Network of Women Peace Builders, to offer closing remarks. Ms. Cabrera Beleza, please.
Thank you so much, Irina. As we close the first Global Media and Women Peace and Security Award, we are actually continuing it already. So in different countries, national media competitions are taking place. For example, in Colombia, in Nigeria, in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I would like to thank very much our panel of judges, Honorable Mary Lou McPhedran, our friend Susan Basnet, and our other friend, Ms. Daniela Peled, and another great friend, Mr. George Skerry, and Al-Amin Yusuf from UNESCO. We would like to thank again our donors, the Austrian Development Cooperation, the governments of Canada, Norway, Switzerland, and the Channel Foundation and Samuel Rubin Foundation for their generous support that allows us to organize all of these trainings, the national media competitions, and the global competition. And very special thanks to our wonderful host, Irina Slavinska. Despite what's happening in Ukraine, you have joined us and carved out this time to be part of this initiative to incentivize and honor your fellow journalists and media practitioners. And the biggest thanks goes to all of the journalists who have participated in our media training on women, peace and security, the national competition, and now the global competition. We hope to continue our partnership and encourage and incentivize more media practitioners to produce articles, blogs, radio and TV broadcasts, documentary that are not only factual, but also highlights women's rights, women's agency, because these are prerequisites to achieving democracy and long-lasting peace. We look forward to seeing you again on the second Global Media and Women, Peace and Security Award next year. Thank you so much, everyone, for your contributions to this amazing event. I wish you all good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and this event is now officially closed.